A productive society.
Let me know. Did you turn it on?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to ask
well,
you,
wait, I'm asking the questions.
Society.
Wait.
Wait.
This is Judd Weiss.
Right,
He's a real estate and party man from the West Coast, involved in social media and promoting liberty in every which way he can. And he's where the action is, and this is where the action is right here, and Students for Liberty. Thanks for being available to do the interview, Judd.
Thank you, Jen.
Okay, so what we're going to try to do is investigate your thinking on fundamentals. So what is liberty?
Liberty is the ability to do what you want with your life as long as you don't interfere with other people doing what they want with their life. So your life is yours, live and let others live.
Do you think liberty is a subjective value or an objective value? Is it objectively true that everybody needs to live in a free society, or is that just a matter of personal choice or view?
I think it's objectively appropriate for human beings to live in liberty.
So is liberty an end in itself, or is it a means to some other end?
No, I think of it as a means to attain other values. I mean, you could say, in some respect, right now our goal is liberty, and then once we achieve liberty, our goal is a life where we don't have to deal with politics too much, where we can just enjoy friends and parties and enjoyable taste in our mouth, and not have to think too much on these political issues and spend so much resources if we had it. So, right now, liberty is an end. It's a goal we're shooting for. But ultimately, principally, fundamentally, liberty is a means to live a more the best life possible as a human being.
Excellent. So a lot of people in this movement consider liberty and freedom to be an end in itself, but I think you've properly identified the fact that it's just a means. And you said to life, you want to describe exactly what it's a means to? To enjoying your life, but to prosperity, to peace, to respect and a more tolerant and respectful society. Could we say to have a happy life?
Yeah, sure. Yes, to have a happy life.
Sounds to me like that line of reasoning is sound. Let's see.
Where else can you find a chink in my armor?
Okay, well, we'll check it out a little bit here.
You gotta ramp it up.
Oh, okay, I'll ramp it up a little bit. Should human beings follow a moral principle without ever intentionally violating it?
Yes.
And could you mention some of your moral principles?
My moral principles? Yeah, I have a lot of principles, but some of my basic moral principles are respect other people to live their life as they see fit. Don't force people. Don't be violent. Don't lie. And be a little bit friendlier, I think.
Do you think it's always wrong to lie?
No. I don't think it's always wrong to lie.
So sometimes it's right to lie?
Yes.
Okay, so what's your principle about lying?
Well, in general, I believe in having integrity and standing up for what you believe is right. But when and being strong about because a lack of integrity is rejecting the things that you actually believe in. So having integrity for your values, I think, is important. Now, when would it be appropriate to lie would be when it really isn't a matter of integrity, when you're in a forced situation, if somebody's asking, where is your daughter, or else, and it's a murderer, and that's not a lack of integrity. That's integrity to your daughter. So when you're preserving important values and you're in an emergency situation, sure. And then there's also the case of white lies, which if we're going to get very nitpicky about it, I don't consider that a lack of integrity necessarily if you're in a situation where you don't really want to explain and a girl just says, I have a boyfriend, when she doesn't. That's a white lie. But she doesn't want to explain, I'm not interested in you, and I really don't want to continue this conversation further. And there's a lot of areas of situations like that constantly that we deal with where, It's a bit easier to say a white lie than to really get into the situation. Though, even in those cases, I try to just be straightforward and honest.
Okay, I think you've done a. Well,
any of my writing, you've seen that.
Well, let me just say this. I think you've done a great job with a very difficult value, which is honesty, and I think you've identified some important exceptions to the rule of never lying. So, how about this principle? Do you think that the more someone sacrifices themselves, the better person they are?
The more what?
The more someone sacrifices themselves, the better they are, better person they are.
Right. No, I don't think so.
So who should be the ultimate beneficiary of your actions?
Well, ultimately, you're acting for yourself, but because of that, the only way you can get something for yourself is by offering something else to others. Generally, unless you're living on a deserted island. So
maybe not the only way. Not the only way, right?
Not the only way, but the primary way that you get things for yourself is through trade. By doing something for others, you got to give to get. So by living a life where you really try to move yourself up, and you're a high achiever, and you want to live a great life for yourself, you become a person who's actually contributed and benefited the world in an extraordinary way. And having a system where people are living for themselves is actually enabling a better system for people to contribute to others in society than forcing them to. Allowing them to exchange freely allows for the best way to just continue and exchange and contribute.
So in other words, in order to be the ultimate beneficiary of your actions, often you have to do things for other people, and it makes sense to be mildly generous and benevolent and other things like that.
Sure.
Excellent interview. So far, no chinks. Thank you.
Oh, that's it?
You said short.
Okay, yeah. So you couldn't find any